The MK military veterans are holding their 5th regional conference at Kabokweni in Mpumalanga. The conference is set to elect new office bearers as well as welcoming new members. Taylor Simbini has been nominated to the position of MKMVA Deputy President. Phazamisa Mate is the Regional Secretary of Ehlanzeni region, with Elvis Sifunda as Chair of the region. ANN7 reporter Lemogang Foke joins us live from Kabokweni in Mpumalanga. Good afternoon to you, Lemogang. Please give us the latest update of the events.
A very good afternoon to you, Alison, and thank you very much indeed. The conference is underway as it stands. It has been taking place from very earlier on this morning, and we have a lot of MKMVA comrades that are in attendance here in Ehlanzeni region in Mbombela, which is the capital city of Mpumalanga. And as you've already mentioned, I also have here with me the chairperson of the region, Elvis Sifunda, just to talk to us about, how his journey has been as the chairperson within the region. Elvis, thank you so much for joining us. Just take us through the work that you have done and the vision that you had set yourself, coming into this position of chairperson.
Thank you. As a chairperson of MKMVA in the region, first, MKMVA falls under the ANC. And MKMVA are the ex-MK soldiers. So our mission, or my mission as the chairperson of the region, what we did is to make sure that most if not all our soldiers get access to housing, education, job opportunities, and yes.
And also, as the new leadership is being elected in this conference, what kind of leaders do you think will be able to move the vision and the mission of MKMVA in this region forward?
The leaders that I'm looking forward to see today, the leaders that are going to unite the MKMVA. Because without a collective leadership, then there will be no MKMVA. So the leaders that we are looking for the leaders that are going to unite the MKMVA and to look after the welfare of all those soldiers, irrespective of whether that person have been trained inside or outside the country. Because we have both, there are people who have been trained outside, and there are those who have been trained inside the country. So all of them, they are our members. So the leadership that must take over today is the leadership that they are not going to separate between that you come or you did train in Angola or in Uganda. No, we want the collective and the solid leadership that is going to take the structure forward.
And on that same note, are we expecting you to run for chairmanship again for this term?
Yes.
Well, all the best to you, and thank you so much for speaking to us, Alison. I also do have the regional secretary of the ANC here, who's also in attendance. Thank you so much for joining us here on ANN7. Just on in terms of the message of support that you were giving the MKMVA members here, just take us through what it is that you left them with.
Yeah, thank you very much. Our political responsibility as the African National Congress in the region is to make sure that we support the programs of MKMVA, and and also to make sure that all members of MKMVA are united, and also its structure in the region is united. And also, as the ANC in the region, we know each and every member of MKMVA, and we can even ascertain that currently we have got 117 members of MKMVA, and during this year we have lost 6 members. And as the African National Congress, once more, in terms of our support, we need to support them both politically, we need to support them economically, and also we need to support them socially. And what inspires us most is that it is critically important for me to say that the unity which has been exposed by members of MKMVA, especially in terms of supporting all programs of the African National Congress, and also making sure that they are still members of the ANC. That is very much important, because when they go out in exile training for the liberation of our people in this country, they did that voluntarily so, and then when they came back also, they continue becoming members of the ANC, and that is very much inspiring to us. And critically to that is that they are even in structures or within the structures of the ANC. They are participating at branch level, at regional level, provincial level, and even at provincial level.
And talk to us about the impact of, the outcome of this conference on the region, on the province moving towards the elective conference in December.
Critically to this regional conference is that firstly, we were looking forward to a united structure which is going to be elected, and we are quite convinced that as much as they have already shown us the way in which how disciplined they are, we are quite convinced that they are going to come with a collective leadership, a leadership which is going to continue uniting the African National Congress, the leadership which is going to make sure that they defend branches of the African National Congress, and the leadership which day in and day out is going to participate within the structures of the ANC. And we are quite convinced that this leadership is going to work towards making sure that from time to time all programs of the African National Congress are taken into serious consideration.
Well, thank you very much, Alison. I just want to include also someone from the PEC of the MKMVA. Thank you so much for joining us today. I think what we've heard from two of these leaders is, that emphasis on unity itself within the MKMVA, but at provincial level, is there unity there? Just talk to us about, what it has been like from the regions.
Oh, thank you very much. Unity is, we don't have any option. But unity is sacrosanct. It's a must to us as MKMVA. We believe that as MKMVA we must lead, we must unite so that we also unite the ANC. They depend on us. We have a very vast experience in the ANC politically and otherwise, so we need to assist the ANC where we see it falls. So we need to unite first. We are very much happy by the initiatives that has been taken by the provincial chair of the ANC in the province, Comrade Titi Mabuza, for being an ambassador for unity. And then we are very much proud of such leaders, that if we have that kind of leaders in the province, then we will see a united ANC. Because what we are striving for, it's a united ANC going to the conference, so that if need be, then we have a leadership that will be agreed and in consensus, so that we don't contest one another. And also because the reason for that is that we have realized that in other conferences that previously took place, we have realized that we lost some of members who break away from ANC. So we are not ready now to have another breakaway again. So that's why we are saying we're calling for unity as MKMVA, and we are here as the province to also support and make sure that the leadership that is elected here also do exactly what we do in the province. We have requested the regional secretary, Comrade Pazamisa, here, to make sure that they avail all the resources, necessary resources, to the newly elected structure, so that it can be able to operate. Because it's been with our experiences that it's been a struggle. It has been a struggle for them to operate because they didn't have. But the regional secretary has promised that they will continue to support and they will avail all resources to see that MKMVA running their programs very, very successful in the region.
Well, thank you very much, Alison. I'm going to have to cross to you back to studio at this point.
Thank you for your report there, Lemogang, and thanks to your guests as well. That's ANN7 reporter Lemogang Foke coming to us live from Kabokweni in Mpumalanga.